up, you guys? It is Mary.
And Emma.
And we are going to be talking about Shannon Sharpe and his interview with Amanda Seales. Now, we did not watch the full thing, but we actually wanted today to talk about this clip that Amanda and Shannon were talking about, where she said that kids were calling her the N-word and were saying that she was only there basically because she is the black child. And Shannon Sharpe
kind of like a token piece or something. Wow.
Well, Shannon Sharpe made it very clear and said that, those were kids just being kids. You can't really say that they were being racist or whatever. That was kind of his stance. To me, like, just from the clips I saw online, it seemed like a very contentious interview. It didn't seem like either one of them wanted to be there, in my opinion. And after that, she did come out and clap back at him and said this man was very, he was interrogating me and he was aggressive and and he ain't have no love in his heart for me or whatever.
Yeah.
So I couldn't even speak my piece and he didn't hear me with the autism.
I was surprised.
A lot of people don't like Amanda, I heard.
I wonder who asked who to get on this show.
But do you think it was Shannon Sharpe or do you think it was Amanda?
I wonder who. Was it Shannon Sharpe or was it Amanda who asked, maybe she wanted to tell her truth. But yeah, I was surprised about Shannon because usually he allows people to talk. It seemed like he was,
talking more.
Yeah, it seemed like he was questioning her a lot. And I was like, what's going on with Shannon today? He seemed impatient with her. But the thing at hand, I kind of agreed with him a little bit.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I kind of agreed with him to a point, Now, it depends on the age of the child.
Well, she said they were like 10, 12.
Okay, they're 10, 12. I think they know better. They're probably learning from their parents. And they are having these racist tendencies then I think that they're old enough.
So you think they're being racist?
Yeah.
But do you think kids that age even know what racism is, though? Do they understand it?
I think they begin to understand it. They understand that, hey, maybe from whatever my parents have said, that these people, they're no good or whatever, right? But they know better, and so they will spew out, but if it's someone that's young, I just feel like a 10-year-old, 12-year-old, better to say, I'm not going to say something that's hurtful. That's how I feel. But I wouldn't call them a racist. I wouldn't call them a racist, but yeah, they probably said a racist thing.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Right, they said a racist thing, and that still doesn't make it good.
No.
Right? That still doesn't make it good because you said a racist thing. Okay, I'm not saying that you're a racist, but you said a racist thing. That's still awful.
Right.
What you just said. And I think that's what she was saying. And so Shannon should have had empathy because she's sharing something that caused her great pain. That will cause anybody great pain. Right? And she was sharing that with him, and he should have showed empathy. Like, what they said was wrong. What they did was wrong. Probably, this is how they're being raised.
Yeah.
I had someone who was relatively close to me who went to a friend's home, and that friend who they had been friends all this time. In fact, the friend had come to his home, and all of a sudden, he went to go to his friend's home, and the friend had to tell him, "Look, my mom really doesn't want you coming over to our place because you are black."
Wow.
Like straight up, and this happened as a teenager.
Wow.
Yeah. So. There are people, and the friend looked very sad because, they thought that they were best friends, but this is what it is. So sometimes with parents, and that person was, anyway, I'm not going to say what race the person was, I'll just leave it at that. But that's like straight across the board. Sometimes it's not just white or black. Sometimes it's another race.
Yeah.
Right, and you see it all over the place. But at that time, Shannon should have just been understanding. And so he missed that opportunity. Even if a whole bunch of people don't like Amanda Seales, she's a guest at your show.
Yeah.
And I was surprised at Shannon questioning so ferociously. It seemed like
I
to
feel
me.
like the reason why he got so many people to even come on his show in the first place is because he gave people a safe space, a comfortable couch, and
That's
a
why
drink.
she's there.
And people could just be themselves.
And it seemed like she was really trying to get comfortable, but the man wouldn't just let her get comfortable and just tell her truth.
Yeah, no, that wasn't
Shannon,
happening.
I don't know what went on. I gotta watch the whole entire thing, and if my analysis change, I will say it. But yeah, I mean, for me, when being here in America, of course, us being Muslim.
Yeah.
I always felt, and then going through 9/11 and people throwing trash and spitting on us.
Yeah.
You guys were probably too young to even remember because you all were babies.
Yeah.
But, and I had you guys in the 2-seater.
Yeah.
You were there in the front. You were like almost 2. Your brother was like a baby, and
Yeah.
was how old? Yeah, your brother was 1. You had just turned 3. And I'm like here trying to push you all along, and this is happening. But I always felt as though, and I always used to say to myself, and I remember telling Grandma, I was like, I'm going to have to let my kids know that it's okay to be Muslim a long time, way before I got to tell them it's okay to be black.
Yeah.
Because there was such an anti-Islamic
thing
going on. And it's something that I have had to deal with. I had a best friend who, we were really, really close. I mean, I will go to her family's home for Christmas and all this stuff. And, I just thought that we were really close. And all out of the blue, she got married. And the person she got married to is someone I even encouraged her
to be with.
To be with, to give a chance. It was like a past love, right?
Yeah.
And I was stunned that they got married, huge wedding, and she never told me.
Wow.
Never said a word. I just heard from her, so-and-so got married. I almost said her name too. So-and-so got married. I was like, what? And I was stunned, and I remember calling her, and she was just like, look, I just figured you will not be comfortable in the church because you're Muslim. I was shocked. I said, wait a minute.
Shady.
Hold on a second. How many Christmas parties have I been to?
Did you tell her that?
Yeah. How many times have I gone to your church? Your church events. I'm there dancing with the patrons. Talking to them.
Yeah.
How many times have I gone to your home for Christmas Day? Brought presents, exchanged gifts.
Wow.
We were such good friends. And I was stunned out of my brain that she was getting married and she didn't invite me because I was Muslim. So, and I also had another friend who did the same thing. So, I've kind of gone through that, but I always used to say, I'm going to have to probably tell my kids a long time that it's okay to be Muslim way before I have to tell them it's okay to be black. I don't think we've had any black incidences.
I've never had a black incident.
Yeah.
I've never actually had an incident where I felt like, oh, I'm less than because I'm black.
Yeah.
The only time that I have experienced it like that, I've experienced colorism.
Yeah.
And I experienced that when I was in Atlanta and I went to college. And that was amongst
Atlanta
my
is
own
interesting
men.
Place. Yeah.
Very interesting. But the thing is, I didn't even realize it was colorism because we never had the race talk growing up.
Did.
It was only when I came home and I was telling you about the incidences I was going through. And then you were like, oh, honey, that's colorism. I was like,
that's what it is. And I had to explain because you were so you were totally clueless.
I was like, what is that?
I know.
I was like, what, 20-some years old?
We had to put on some Sinji and listen to some Sinji. And you're like, Mom, I don't know if we need to listen to them.
I said, we don't have these conversations. But this is not our story. Like, we don't have these men in our family. Like, they all date black women.
I know Sinji is no longer on YouTube, but I love that woman. I think I learned a lot from her.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from her. And you guys go and support her on Patreon.
Yes.
Because she is on there and she can be free and say everything that she want to say.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so, hey, Shannon had to do better on this interview. I hope the interview got better.
Yeah.
For Amanda Seale's sake.
I
because
don't
obviously
know
she wanted to come and tell you a word, and you didn't seem as though you were trying to make her comfortable, Shannon.
Or receptive, or whatever the word
and
is.
we love you over here, Shannon. You know what I'm saying? I have my little crush on Shannon Sharpe.
I know.
But, yeah. Anywho.
We'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.
Bye.